All right, everybody, we're back. It's episode 5. It's Romantic Propaganda with I am filmmaker Imani Shakur.
And I'm Devon Hewett, author of Romantic Propaganda.
This is a broadcast this is a podcast. I said that last time. Broadcast. This is a podcast.
We're broadcasting.
Yeah, where we broadcast the truth and expose the lies. It's a man's perspective on love, sex, relationships, women, and everything in between. It's real, it's uncut, and most importantly, we are telling the truth. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can get answers and insight on relationships. Email your questions and topics to rptalktruth@gmail.com. And on Twitter, we're at Romantic Propaganda. The hashtag is Why Do Men? And guys, you can hashtag Why Do Women? And we'll answer those questions at the end of the show. So this is our last episode of 2018. And this podcast is inspired by Devon's book, Romantic Propaganda. You can get it on Amazon. If you look at the back, he has like flowers pouring into like a big wine glass. So to celebrate 2018 and the new year, we're going to have some wine today on episode 5. So there you go.
All right.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
Yeah.
And let's get into it. Okay. And Devon, you're going first today.
Yeah, so that's episode 5 now, right?
Yep.
My turn. Okay.
Last one before 2019. Last one of 2018.
This is the last episode. So everyone, grab pen and paper. It's the last episode of the year. It's going to be memorable. Take notes. Today...
I'm taking notes.
Me too. All right, so today we're talking about men, women, relationships, romantic conflict. But today, the title for my discussion, my topic is, you always hear the saying, women might say, why? Or they'll say, there aren't any good men left. You ever heard of that, Imani?
I've heard that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've heard of that too. There aren't any good men left. So we're going to talk about that. So
and mine is, let me tell them mine.
Oh, okay.
And mine is internet dating. Sorry to interrupt. I just want to make sure I said that.
Okay. So internet dating and why aren't there good men? So ladies, you asked the question, why aren't there any good men left? Let me give you the background of what makes a bad man or makes a man bad or makes him not a good man. It all goes back to when a man is treated wrong by a woman. So here's the origin. You got a guy, he likes a girl. Let's say he's young, maybe in high school, maybe early 20s, innocent guy. He finds her attractive. He starts talking to her, and she just kind of what they call friend zone. And so friend zone is not like, a sexual thing, but she knows that he wants something more than just a friend, but she leads him on into thinking that he can be romantically involved with her. And he finds out that he's being used for some type of attention. Men get done wrong by women. They get made fun of. They get teased because either they don't look good or they're too heavy. They didn't make a lot of money. They don't have a good job. A lot of these ideas that men think women want is because that's what women say they want. So men think they have to have these things in order to get the girl. And then when they realize, wait a minute, I've been nice to her, I've been kind, but she doesn't want me because I don't have a nice car, I don't have a nice job, or I'm not tall, I don't have a 6-pack abs. It builds like this disdainment towards women. Like, I don't want to do right by them because they don't do right by me. And that kind of ingrains in their mind. So the jerk that you meet at the bar, he's a jerk because somewhere down the road, he had great intentions, but he got used, manipulated, made fun of, or denied. And really, there aren't any good men left because women, you have to be the good woman. And I'm not talking about being faithful. I'm not talking about being there for him. It's that the men that you are searching for are the men that you have to mirror. You want the successful man. You want the smart man. You want the man that's a leader. But are you those things yourself? I heard of a woman that was dating a CEO of a big company in one of our circles. And he left her. But she was nearly not on his level. And as he so found out that she lacked the qualities that he had to manifest, had to work for throughout his life. And she lacked those qualities. So women, there aren't any good men because there aren't any good women. And there are good men because there are good women. You just have to be what you're looking for. And unfortunately, a lot of women haven't grown their mindset to attract the men that they want. The man that owns his own business, the man that is intelligent and secure and independent and strong, he's going to be looking for a woman that has those qualities.
Right.
So perhaps some self-reflecting is involved for a woman. Maybe she needs to say, well, what is it about me that can't keep the right guy? Mm-hmm. And that's another thing that we want to talk about too, is unfortunately we live in a world where the man is always wrong and the woman is always right. And that's propaganda. And so women have to kind of ask themselves, am I doing something wrong here? Maybe I'm too confrontational. Maybe I'm acting too that's what I'm looking for.
Maybe I'm too jealous.
Too jealous, or I'm too clingy, or
too controlling.
Maybe I'm lazy. Maybe I don't work hard. Maybe he's looking for a woman that likes to work and has a good work ethic. Maybe I'm just looking for a man to take care of me. And all these things a man can perceive about you, and he's not going to want you. So you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are.
Right.
And so women have to grow themselves mentally, emotionally, spiritually to attract that guy. And, they might say, I am doing those things. I am. But it's more than just existing.
Right.
Women, you have to do more than just be who you are. Just being who you are is not good enough.
Okay. So I have a question, if I can interject. Let's define what is a definition of a good man. Let's talk about that for a quick second.
Okay.
What does a good man consist of?
A good. You want me to answer that?
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
So a good man is
a rhetorical question. I know the answer, but I want to.
Okay, for the audience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A good man is a man that keeps his self and his own self-recognition. He recognizes himself as a man of value. And when he does that, he works hard to hold and exhibit certain qualities such as leadership, confidence, security. He's there to help other people. A good man is a man that doesn't break a promise, a man that has standards, and he works hard to reach those standards. And those standards are never compromised. And a good man is not necessarily a man that won't make mistakes. See, because a man might fail you women in an aspect or an area in life, it doesn't mean he's a bad man.
Right.
See, good men are still human, just like you are still human. Good men are men who don't accept a woman just because she's a woman and everything about her is magnificent and beautiful and he has to feel that way to be a good man. A good man knows where he is going and he's looking for a woman that's going to help him get there. And that's the point. That's what I have to say about that. Okay.
So what I have to say, what a good man consists of, along with a lot of stuff Devon said, to me, a good man is also someone that takes care of himself, kind of like what you say, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Someone that eats right, someone that's going to treat you right, someone that's going to support you, be loyal to you, treat you right on every level of your existence. I mean, when I say that, I mean someone that'll wash the car for you, someone that'll take you to the movies and to dinner and treat you right in the bedroom. If you have kids, and even if they're his or not his, someone that'll step up to the plate and love you the same way and love the kids the same way he would actually love you. Someone who respects you. What else? Am I missing anything else?
To me,
all those are what are the things a good man consists of. And he also is loyal. He's not going to cheat, and we'll cover monogamy on another show. But to me, those are the things that a good man consists of, along with a bunch of other stuff that you also said. You know what I mean? To me, it's not based on what he has, as long as he's ambitious. Ladies, I'm not saying you should go for a guy that...
Guys, listen to this.
...that's broke, and that's okay. What I am saying is, if he's broke, but he has ambition, he has a plan, and he's a good guy, you're making a huge mistake to dump him because he's broke, especially if he has a plan and he's implementing that plan. I'm not talking about the guy that's just talking about it. I'm talking about the guy that's talking about it and doing it. And you as a woman can actually see that and you still go, oh, I ain't talking to him, girl.
Mhm.
He ain't driving that Ferrari.
There we go.
Like the way I see the rappers.
There you go.
He ain't driving that.
Oh,
he ain't driving that foreign. He in a Honda Accord.
Right.
Well, hey, if he has a Honda Accord, but yet he's building a $1 million business, you've just made a huge mistake.
Right.
Because guess what? The guy with that foreign who don't have the other qualities that we're talking about, that's also a huge mistake.
Right.
And that's the guy that's going to cheat on you. That's the guy that's going to be disloyal. That's the guy that's not going to respect you. And you could damn well be sure if he's driving a Ferrari, he ain't washing your car. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
guys, write that down.
So there are good men out there that will drive the Ferrari and still wash your car.
Right.
But those are hard to find.
Right, women.
So to me, that's what a good man actually consists of.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
and I agree with that. And then a good man reflects a good woman.
Absolutely.
Guys, write this down. See, you may not have it all, but the right woman will see that you'll get there. See, and when you have an ambitious attitude, she may be like, okay, today, he may not be at a point in life where he'll be a businessman or have money in the bank, but I have faith that he'll get there. Right. And so, men, you have to be able to exhibit those qualities and work hard so that she can put faith into you, knowing that he'll get there someday. And so that's what makes a good woman too, is that when she supports a man, not waiting for him to be at a certain position. Right. Because women, when you say, I'm looking for a man that's this and this and this and this and this, what you're saying is you're looking for a man to provide and take care of you. Right. So it's like a paradox. You don't want a man to be over you and to control or whatever. But when you say, I'm going to wait for a man, I'm looking for a man that's established and has a home and has this and that, what you're saying is you're looking for a man that's going to be able to help take care of you. But that's kind of hard because women want security, right? Right. They want security. But see, we men want women to be secure in themselves. Right. For if I'm down for the count, if I'm sick or I'm not feeling good, I know my girl or my wife is going to be able to help us get back up. Right. So women, you have to display those qualities. If you're not displaying those qualities, your hair, makeup, and nails can only go so far. Right. So it's 50-50. A good man is recognized by a good woman, and a good woman is recognized by a good man based on internal qualities. And that's what it has to be all about. It doesn't matter how much money he has, how tall he is, what car he's got. Yeah. Because women want a man that's ambitious, determined. It's so funny. I hear it all the time, too. It's just so hard to date in LA. It's no good men. Where are the good men? And I always want to say when I'm out and a woman says that, I always want to say, what are you looking for exactly? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm one of those good men. You know what I mean? So exactly what are you looking for? And I'm working on it. You know what I mean? I'm one of those good men. And I'm standing in front of you right now. Mm-hmm. What are you looking for? Right. You know what I'm saying? And I have a funny story to tell regarding this subject. So I was at the wineries, a while back. And we talk about the wineries a lot, guys, because I live in the area. I used to live in LA. So I was at the wineries a while back, and, we were walking by, me and our buddy, Chris. Was I there? You wasn't there. Okay. Devon hangs out a lot with us at the wineries, but sometimes he's not there. Yeah. LA is like an hour away, hour and a half. He comes back sometimes I'm there. Okay. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. Anyway, we're walking down the steps over at Miramonte, and these group of girls are talking, right? And just me being funny and joking, I kind of overhear some stuff about don't hit him back and this, that, and the other. And as I'm walking by, I go, yeah, don't hit him back. And I keep walking just as a joke. Mm-hmm. Chris starts laughing. One of the girls in the group goes, hey, come back. We need a guy's point of view on this. Okay. Me and Chris walk back over. We start talking to him, and come to find out, the girl who was saying, should I hit him back or not, she had, like this doctor, really good looking girl too, mixed, good looking girl, good job, 30 years old, this, that, and the other. And she was having an issue because she had met this doctor recently, and she allowed herself to get played, and the doctor used her for sex, and then left her by the wayside. And she was still tripping on this doctor. And I was wondering, and I was asking myself, what else did he have besides his look and the fact that he was a doctor? That's it. And the other interesting part about this story, it was 3 girls.
one of the girls, it was her birthday, and her mother was also there. And her mother was really cool. And they invited us to take them around because they weren't from wine country. They all live in LA, and they were in town for the one girl's birthday. Mom asked us to hang out with them for the rest of the night, and we did. And as the conversation kept going on, they go to the girl I'm talking about, well, Imani is good looking. He's successful. He likes you. What's up? Why don't y'all talk? It's obvious he likes you.
That's interesting.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So me and the girl start talking. The rest of the day went well. We planned a date. We said, okay, I'll tell you what. I'll pick you up on Thursday and I'll take you to a nice dinner.
Okay, that's
Everyone
nice.
was like, I'm not even saying her name. Everyone was like, that's so cool. Yeah, you guys should do that. Imani is so cool. He's good looking. Don't worry about this doctor. You have a director now.
It's an LA girl?
Yeah.
It's an LA girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
She lives in Newport Beach.
Ah, okay.
So set it up. Hit her up the next day. At least she didn't ghost me, but she did cancel everything.
Okay.
She said her friends were like, don't worry about him. Let Imani take you out this week. We think you guys would be great. I mean, she's literally holding my hand the same that we're walking through Old Town.
All night long.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking, we all had dinner. It was a great time. And I really thought this girl was going to come through and not flake. But it turns out she plays for the Flakers anyway. Not the Lakers.
She's number 8.
But the Flakers. And she flaked and said, no, we can't go out Thursday. I'm not ready to date yet. Again, this, that, and the other. And you want to know what I actually wanted to say?
What?
You weren't dating before. You just liked the doctor, and he was showing you every signal that he really wasn't that interested. And when you insisted, you went with him. He fooled you about a trip. You ended up doing a staycation with him, having sex with this guy, and he dumped you.
Right.
It wasn't even a date. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You feel played. That's how I met you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that wasn't a good man.
See?
But yet a good man was standing in front of her. All her friends are telling her, and she still flaked.
Right.
So ladies, when you say, oh, I'm looking for a good man, where are the good men? When you have one in front of you, you don't go for it. You don't grab it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't. You usually just put him to the side as a friend.
Yeah, or whatever.
Or like, because he's there for you, but he doesn't have like that edge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And all like the doctor thing. You know what I was thinking when you said that?
Mm-hmm.
It was because she probably was comparing you to the doctor. The doctor has a title.
Right.
The doctor is at a certain status in society. I'm dating a doctor. It's nice. It's interesting. It's romantic or whatever.
That's true.
And that's another thing, man.
Maybe a film director wasn't good enough. Well, I don't know.
Film director is good. See, film director is
saying?
good, but you see, it's almost like men. We are victims because women compare us to the men they see in the media.
Right, and you know what? Going back to one of our other episodes. It wasn't even like she was in a committed relationship with this guy for 3 years and she couldn't move on.
Right.
It was a quick fling.
Right.
And her friends were telling her, girl, Imani is cool as hell. You should let him take you out. You weren't with him. Y'all just had a quick fling. So there's nothing to get over or, you know.
Yeah, there was nothing there in the beginning.
There was nothing there in the beginning.
And she
just got some sex.
She doesn't understand why she was a fling.
Yep.
She doesn't.
She was tripping about it.
See, the doctor saw that she was attractive and pretty, but that's all she had to offer.
That's all she had to offer.
See, women, you got to be more than...
Or that's all he wanted.
That's all he wanted.
Because this girl was a nice girl. Because I don't...
Okay, she's a nice girl.
I don't want to make
girls.
the mistake and blame you for a man's transgressions. This girl was actually a good girl. The doctor was the problem. Okay. I have to say that.
And that's in that case.
Yeah, after hanging out with her for hours all evening, the doctor was the problem.
Okay.
He took advantage of a really good girl.
That's what she said.
No, that's what I could see.
Okay.
And that's what her and her friend says, and this mother that was there said, and that's what I could see after hanging out with her for hours. This is a really good girl. She actually works in that field. So it wasn't like she's someone on the outside who was like, oh, look at this doctor, let me get with him. She actually works in that field. That's how she even met him.
I see, because I do know some men tell women up front, I'm not looking for anything.
Right.
And then women follow through, hoping they can change his perspective.
And I don't think that's what he did.
And then they don't know how to handle it. And they just say, oh, he used me. But that's what he told you in the beginning.
Right.
You know.
But here's the problem. All the signs were there. So whether she wanted to keep doing it because of his looks and or his profession. Who knows? But all the signs were there for her to back away. And instead of focusing on a good man and what that actually consists of, she was focused on the things she liked and ignoring what was really in front of her and still went for it. And ladies, that's your mistake.
Hey, that's another thing. A man is not obligated to commit himself to you. That's another thing we're going to talk about too, is that she's upset because the doctor didn't choose to commit to her.
He didn't see it the way she saw it.
Exactly. And what I'm saying is that we men need to see more about you. Because commitment is a lifelong journey. So in order for me to commit to you, or a doctor or whoever to commit to you, you have to shine outside of just who you are. In other words, your presence alone, your hair and your makeup and all that is good. But to get the right man, you have to be the right woman. And we men are observing you too. We notice how you talk to other men. We notice how you work. Some women call off work, don't go to work, don't work overtime, are not hustlers. They don't hustle, they don't work, they just exist and live for the weekend. No man's going to want to be committed to that lifestyle. See, so you have to look at your lifestyle. Says my lifestyle reflect the type of man that I want. Right. And that girl, that woman, she was dating the doctor. She's in that field. But he probably saw her lifestyle and knows I don't want to be committed to that beforehand.
He wanted to just have some fun.
And then he's okay.
He didn't get the value in the good woman. This girl is a really good woman, which is why I was hoping that she hit me up so we can hang out. Because
I think we're talking about two different things.
Good women are hard to find. And I recognize she was a good woman treated badly.
Good women are hard to find.
You know what I mean? Just like you guys say, good men are hard to find. Mm-hmm. And she was one of those women that, even though she made a mistake in her judgment with this doctor, I still saw a good woman there. If he was a good guy, they would have been together and it would have lasted.
That's good news. That's good. Unfortunately,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. So I'll just leave with this. Women, you want the Christian Grey, be the Christian Grey. You want the entrepreneur, be the entrepreneur. You want the businessman, you want the doctor, be the doctor. You see?
Exactly.
Not title, but have the mindset.
Have the mindset. Be able to handle what that is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's going to want to wake up one day and say, honey, here's the keys. Can you open up shop and run the business for me? Right. See what I'm saying? If you can handle that, you're a good woman. That's what I say.
Right.
But other men are different. Some men don't want that. You know? So
cool. You ready to switch it up?
Yeah, we'll switch it up.
All right, guys. So we kind of went long on that one, but sometimes
I'm talking too much on that one.
Listen, it's real. It's raw.
That one hit real hard.
Sometimes it'll go a little longer. Sorry. And in fact, I had one of the subscribers tell us, man, that 30-minute episode was too short. Seriously.
Yeah, who said that? Was that a CNN guy?
He was dressing. Anyway, guys, so our next topic to end episode 5, 2018 is internet dating. And this is a good one. And I'm talking all of them. Tinder, Bumble,
Instagram,
Match. Because people use
DMs.
Instagram. DMs is the internet dating thing
DMs.
now. I'm talking, what are some of the other ones, man?
Plenty of Fish now.
POF, Plenty of Fish.
I don't know the other ones.
I'm talking all of
them. Zeus or something like that. Zeus
all of them. And okay, guys, let me tell you guys a problem I have with this whole internet dating thing. And again, I'm old enough to remember before any of this stuff came out. Again, I'm in my 40s. Won't tell you guys the exact age.
You did already, episode 2.
No, I didn't.
Everybody go back.
I didn't say the exact age, did I?
Yeah, I think you did.
Anyway, guys, I got that mind. Anyway, it's all good. Here's my problem with internet dating. I have a lot to say about this.
I want to hear this.
So, okay. When you've taken... First of all, when you meet someone in person, you can instantly see her disposition, his disposition. You can instantly get a vibe within a few seconds to see if it's someone you would even approach and say something to. Not only do you physically see what they really look like, you know what I'm saying?
Not the photos from 10 years ago.
Not the photos from 10 years ago. But you instantly get their disposition, their vibe, their aura, their essence, everything. And in a quick moment, you make a decision to go from a look to, hey, how you doing? I'm Imani Shakur. Nice to meet you. What's your name? So that first swipe that you guys do is already gone, done. So 'cause that's basically what you guys are doing. You guys are on these apps and swiping left or right based on an image that may not even be real. Okay? That's my first problem with the whole internet dating thing.
Right. It's all physical.
It's all physical. You don't get nothing else.
So it's a shallow thing.
Right. It's a really shallow thing. Then so we all know what happens when you meet someone in person. So I don't need to go into that much. Let's go into what happens when you meet them on the app, on the internet. So then you swipe based on some image, right? And this happened. I've been on meet and greets with my friends. I don't internet date, guys. I've tried it and done it once or twice. Have not had an iota of success. You know what I call what I do? A live dating app. That's what I call it.
Okay.
A live dating app. I'm live and in person. And instead of swiping, I see someone I like, I go up and introduce myself and say hello. I call it a live dating app. So though I may not be able to swipe 50 women in 5 minutes, if I'm out on a weekend, I may meet 3 or 4 over that entire weekend.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's fine for me. And out of those 3 or 4, one may turn into a date or a dinner or a coffee or whatever.
Uh-huh.
On the app, you swipe, you go, oh, I like the way she looks.
Mm-hmm.
I've always told my friends that do this, I go, dude, set up a meet and greet. Don't do no big committal date. Don't do a dinner. Do a coffee. Just say, listen, can we come out for a glass of wine? You want to make it as non-committal as possible.
Yeah. Because
you don't want to get there and have to sit through a 2-hour dinner that's going to cost you $125 and you're like, this girl is not the one.
Yeah.
And if you like her, she's going, this guy is not the one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's obvious and it's uncomfortable for 2 hours. So I tell my friends all the time that's on these apps, set up a meet and greet. Guys, ladies, trust me when I tell you, you will thank me later. Set up a meet and greet only if you're on the apps. It's coffee. Say, listen, let's just go out and have one drink. Say it like that. You even can put it out there that it's a meet and greet, and if we don't like each other, we both could just walk away. You want it as non-committal, time-wise, and financially as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Too many times I've gone with some of my buddies that do that internet date and the meet and greet, and in 2 seconds, you could totally see that she's like, oh shit, why am I here?
She's all like,
yeah.
He's just taking it.
And my friend is like,
he's just taking it.
You can see that. He's like, damn, why
did I do this? And then he gets the bill, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets the bill, yeah. See, yeah.
And he gets the bill. Guys.
The bill.
When you internet date, and I know it's a new age and it's a new time and this, that, and the other. I'm not saying don't internet date. If you do it correctly and it works for you, more power to you. I had a friend that literally had a spreadsheet. He had it down to a science.
Oh, man.
He had a spreadsheet. He knew who he was meeting, what coffee dates were set up, who was going on the next movie date. He had it down to a science.
Is that normal?
And this is how he dated, and he was successful at it.
Okay.
But I gotta say, he did it the right way.
Okay.
He did it the right way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And most people don't do it the way this guy does. And I don't want to say his name. If you watch, you know who you are. I don't want to bust you out. One of my good friends. But he's done it successfully, I gotta say.
Okay.
And when you do it like that, you can have success. But you have to keep it in perspective. Mm-hmm. Don't go on these apps picking someone based on how they look, and then when you meet them, you're all surprised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're all surprised.
Right.
Guys and girls, mix it up some. Start going out. And you know what's funny? Because of these apps, people have gotten lazy. They don't even want to go out no more. Mm-hmm. And when they go out, in the old days, they would actually go out to actually meet someone. Now they go out just to be with their girls or whatever. And if you approach them, they're like,
yeah.
but if you're on the app,
yeah, oh, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's funny. Women go out.
Guys, girls, we are. Go ahead.
No, I was saying just women. It's funny how women go out to the bars and the clubs and then don't talk to no guy.
They don't want to talk to you no more. Unless it's on the app.
Then they'll go home that night
and slide 5 people. Girls, guys, you gotta stop.
Get off those apps.
You know what I'm saying? If you on the apps, do it with perspective. Trust me when I tell you. Get out there. If a guy approaches you, say hello. Be open. Don't relegate the guy just to an app. Or if he's not on the app, he's not worthy of approaching you and saying hello. It's craziness, dude. I've literally been out and you could tell that it was like oh no. But if I was on the app, it would have been all right.
Yeah, I never understood that.
It would have been all right. And it wasn't like that way back in the day.
No.
It wasn't like that at all, man.
I don't understand why it's like that. I mean, I see attractive women all the time at the gym or at the store or at the market.
Yeah.
And women want men to talk to them. They do.
Mm-hmm.
A woman will like a guy from across the bar and be like, "Oh, I hope he talks to me." So
Right.
but unfortunately, some of the most attractive women that I've seen, and you've seen, all dressed up, they have these attitudes, like these faces. They're like, "Don't talk to me," or they walk around like they're too good. No man's gonna walk up. He's already nervous as it is. It's hard, ladies. It's hard for us guys to do that. Some of us guys, we're nervous. So let alone that, and plus you have this energy. It's just like, "Don't talk to me," and this, guys are not going to approach you on that. So I can see why someone like that might be on Tinder. But women, I would ask yourself, why do you think your Prince Charming is going to be on Tinder?
Exactly.
Why do you think your Prince Charming is going to be on Zeus or
on Match.com?
Yeah, your Prince Charming is not going to be on those sites.
And you want to know what I noticed too? A lot of people hide behind these dating apps.
Yeah.
I've heard so many stories from guys and girls. I've heard the stories. Yeah, man, she was talking to me, that all of a sudden she just disappeared. All of a sudden she just said something rude and just disappeared, booted me off.
Blocked him or something?
They hide behind these dating apps. Like it's okay just to meet someone, start talking to them based on these pictures, then just boot them and dismiss them at an instant.
Yeah.
Guys, it's almost like dating has become like almost like an assembly line type deal.
Right.
Just like imagine like a car. The wheel go on, the seats go in, the hood goes on.
Right.
That's how it is with these dating apps. Nope.
Nope.
Oh, I like when she looks. Yep.
Yes, and that goes back to what I'm saying is that a man is swiping, right? He sees a woman, oh, she's got nice eyes, nice hair, she's got big boobs, she's got a nice body. And women know that's what men want, so that's what they put their pictures on. They show off their bodies and this and that, and they're looking for the Prince Charming that way. I say you're fishing, you're using the wrong bait here.
Right.
You're flashing your body and thinking you're going to get the Christian Grey. It's going to respect you and treat you right. He's not going to translate it that way. Dating apps are very toxic for what the reasons.
Very toxic.
The reason you just said, it's very toxic. And some of the people in the audience want to say, well, I don't have time to go out and date, or I'm nervous, or I'm afraid this cuts back time. I think that's justification.
That's an excuse
for having that.
What would you do if the apps didn't exist?
Exactly.
You would just stay at home?
Yeah, what were men doing before the apps existed?
Exactly. They were going out meeting people.
Right. And so the propaganda is these industries want you to feel insecure because it keeps Tinder, Zeus, OkCupid,
Bumble, all of them in business.
It keeps them in business. If they can flash that, oh, she's too pretty to talk to, but if you can swipe right and if you both match, you got a shot.
Right.
Man, you always have a shot.
Right.
Man, you have more points walking up to a woman and saying, you know what, I don't know what I'm saying, but I just really wanted to talk to you. You have nice eyes. I've never did this before.
Right.
You have a better chance of getting the woman you want that way than swiping left or right. Just give it a shot. Be honest.
And it's funny, the couple of meet and greets that I have been on, it was so awkward, man. Like after us talking a couple of times on the app and we met, it was just weird.
Yeah, you say all this stuff.
Yeah, it was just weird.
And you meet in person, it's like
I can't get used to that.
It's weird, yeah.
It's so weird.
You guys will text all day, all night, all day, and you finally meet.
It's like, because you didn't know each other. You didn't meet yet. You didn't physically meet yet.
Right,
you met off of some photos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is one of them topics that irk me, man.
Yeah.
We have a few fans. You have anything else you want to say?
No, I just want to say, leave in the comments, ladies, why do you think there aren't any good men? And leave in the comments justification for a dating app. I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I want to hear the thoughts on it for sure. So we have a few fan, subscriber questions, friend questions. And they actually pertain to dating apps, and they want to remain anonymous. This first guy, he said, this is what she said. I guess he met this chick on Bumble, I think it was. And I think they went out a couple of times. He spent some money. Not that means anything, but I want to just give you the whole context. And this girl was good looking, this, that, and the other. He actually sent me a photo, and she goes, and this was just yesterday. She goes, "Hey, I've been extremely busy. I do still want to hang out, but I also want to be honest with you that I've been seeing someone for a few weeks. Not sure where I'll go, but it felt weird not telling you. I also don't want you to think I'm ignoring you, though, because that's not my intention." So
I like
this.
that.
So this is actually one that he went out with, and they were intimate a couple of times. Then all of a sudden, she started acting funny, then broke out that she's been seeing someone for a few weeks.
After they've been intimate.
Oh, yeah. So here it was. He met this woman on the app. I don't know if she was dishonest, but she didn't divulge that she was seeing someone. The other guy probably doesn't know. And she went out with this guy, was intimate with him a couple of times, and she was seeing someone the entire time. And now she's decided, just to let you know, I'm seeing someone. Don't want you to know I'm not ignoring you. It's not intentional. You know what I mean? Here we go. These internet apps. And I'm not saying this can't happen if you meet someone in person.
Right.
It's just funny. And this guy, internet dates all the time. Then, do you have anything you want to say about it before I move on to the next?
About that?
Yeah.
I mean, I will give her credit. I do appreciate the fact that she was honest.
Yeah, at least she didn't ghost him.
Or ghost him or lead him on. No reply?
Right.
Check out episode 3.
At least she replied.
Episode 3, no replies. Yeah. Wait, this is episode 3 or... episode 3, no replies.
I forget what episode it was, but you'll see ghosting or whatever. And then the same guy sent me another, and he said it's another one he met on the app, because again, you could just swipe all day and meet whoever, right? She goes, "We can meet, just a disclaimer. I'm not looking to date anyone or anything. Need more time to figure things out. Let me know if that's okay. I'm assuming we're meeting as friends." Well, of course your meeting is not even friends. just associates. You just met them on the app. You can't even meet as friends yet.
Right.
You're just meeting as a guy you met on the app.
Right.
That's what I have to say, whoever you are out there.
Yeah.
And whoever else is out there doing this kind of stuff. You're not even meeting as friends.
You're not even meeting as friends.
Wake up call. You're just meeting as a guy you don't know who you just met on the app.
And that's another thing. That's another episode we're going to talk about. Can men and women be friends? Leave your answer in the comments.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Can men and women really be friends? Just friends?
Right. Then I have one more. This is a question from someone else who wants to remain anonymous. And she writes, "Imani, where do guys stand when they buy a girl a drink at a bar? Should it be an instant lay, or should the guy do more?" You want to answer first, then I'll respond.
Right now, answer that?
Yeah, that's the question. Should it be an instant lay, or should the guy do more? If a guy buys a girl a drink at a bar.
Okay, so I'm going to answer it like this. It's a woman asked that question.
A woman asked that question,
So, audience, a woman's asking, if a man buys her a drink, should she sleep with him or not?
Should it be an instant lay, or should the guy do more?
So here's the answer. She's taking the drink that he bought her with the knowledge that he might want to sleep with her. That's
one side of it.
That's why she's asking. He might want to sleep with me, right?
Right.
So why are you taking the drink? So I would say,
where's she getting that idea from, though?
Well, she's getting it from the culture of men wanting to sleep with women
after they buy them drinks.
No, it shouldn't be an instant lay, because not all men are buying you drinks.
Definitely not.
Men are not buying you drinks just to lay with you. Back off your high horse for a little bit. He might be wanting to get to know you for a little bit. Get to take out on a few dates. But no,
some men do that, though.
It's not an instant lay.
Nah.
And not all men are trying to sleep with you.
Right. Yeah. So my answer is definitely not. It shouldn't be an instant lay.
No.
And the guy, first of all, when you say should the guy do more, to me it's not even about the more he does or the lack thereof, because sex should be an even exchange, correct?
Mutual.
Sex should be an even exchange. So I don't think it's about him doing anything at all, whether it's a drink or washing the car like we talked about, or buying you a car, taking you on a trip. Right. I don't think it should be anything. I think that if a guy buys you a drink at a bar, he should just be doing it because he's a nice guy and he'd love to have a conversation with you. And that's like a nice gesture.
Right.
That's all it should be looked at, ladies. A guy buys you a drink at a bar, it should just be a kind gesture.
Right.
Period.
That's all it is.
Nothing more, nothing less. And if a guy's approaching you and wanting to be hitched for the rest of the night and even take you home, that's absolutely wrong.
Right.
On the flip side of that, whether the guy wants to buy you a drink or not, and it's two grown adults and you haven't been with someone in a year and he hasn't either, and you happen to meet in Vegas that one night and two mature adults say, man, we're like, let's have some fun tonight. I don't think there's anything wrong with that either.
They're two consenting
if there's
adults.
two consenting mutual adults, and you don't even have to buy her a drink or buy him a drink. You know what I'm trying to say?
But don't get upset if he doesn't choose you.
Right. So yeah, the answer is no. And sex shouldn't be the reward, and there shouldn't be a price tag on it.
Right, man, you're not entitled to her body.
That's my answer.
Man, you're not entitled to her body or her time because you bought her a drink. And women, if you're not interested, tell them, no, thank you, but I'd like to talk to you.
Exactly.
I'd like to talk to you. Don't take the drink if you're not interested or anything like that. Don't go out getting a free drink.
Yeah.
See, that's
exactly.
wrong.
Yeah, because I've seen women, you know what's funny?
I've seen
Let me just say this real quick, guys, before we close 2018.
This taught me. Go ahead.
That's so funny you just said that. So me being a film director in LA, right? We would go to these clubs and stuff, and a lot of my friends would have tables with bottles, and there would be girls that came in the club, and we called them floaters. And the reason why we called them floaters, because they floated from table to table getting free drinks all night. Mm-hmm. And they don't expect to sleep with anyone.
They knew what they were doing.
And some of these stupid guys are out there blowing their rent money, getting tables, hoping that one of the floaters stop and they're able to take them home for that night.
Man, stop buying women drinks.
Yeah, I've literally been out, guys, and watched a floater go from table to table, and I didn't even have a table and never got her a drink. And I ended up leaving with the same girl. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And I didn't spend a dime.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's
you
the
know
thing.
what I mean. So
yeah.
let me just close with that. You want to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Say this. Women, you know what power you have. Okay.
Exactly.
And you go to the bars, lingering around, knowing a guy's gonna buy you a drink. And if you have that knowledge that he's going to buy you a drink, then you know what his intentions might be. Therefore, you can't blame the guy for making a gesture or a move saying, would you like to go home with me? Or can I ask for your number? Don't get upset. I can't dress and meet and go hop in a lion's cage and not expect a lion to eat me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So men, here's what I'm saying. Men, just stop buying women drinks. It's not necessary. Spend your money on a woman you're committed to, a woman that you're dating, a woman that you're married to, but don't ever walk up to a stranger. That's what she is. She's a stranger. And offer her the money that you're working hard for, unless you feel this can go somewhere.
Right.
Over a conversation, whatever. And she's willing. Ask her, hey, you want to get the next one. Don't be afraid to ask her to get the next one. Because a woman that is genuine, once your time, she'll get the next one.
Oh, yeah, I've had women just buy me drinks. You're absolutely right.
And if she's like, no, I don't think I will, then you understand that eventually, if you guys do get together, she's not going to want to put any effort towards anything else.
Right. So, well, not necessarily. I mean, she could have rules in a club.
Well, I won't buy a man a drink, but I'll take one from him.
Yeah, she could have a rule like that.
Okay, well, see, that's another. We're talking about another episode.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Like the woman that wouldn't buy a drink. That's
what they say.
That attitude probably extends in other areas of her life.
If he doesn't pay for the first meal, then how can he take care of the mortgage?
That's true.
That's how they think. they say him paying for the first meal is how they learn about his finances.
Right. Because here's the thing.
That's the next episode.
I've had a woman get me a drink before, and even a first dinner before, but then didn't want to pay for anything else after that.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So it's hard to take one idea and generalize it around a whole entire...
I agree with that.
Yeah. I think everybody's different, because you could meet a woman in a club who won't buy you a drink because she just met you, don't know you, but says, you know what? You bought me that drink that night. I'm paying for our dinner tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Or the first glass. That's possible.
It's such a beauty possible.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's possible.
And you know what?
I don't want to make it seem like,
And I will say this, women, next year, New Year's is coming up, whatever. Women, don't allow a man to spend his money and time on you and then just ghost him after you got your full.
Yeah,
knowing well you're not interested.
Yep.
So y'all go on a few dates.
Yep.
I'll go on 2, 3, 4, 5 dates and tell them that I'm not ready for anything right now.
Yep.
So that's another question, leave in the comments. If a man pays for a woman's dinner and buys her drinks and she chooses not to pursue him anymore, should he get his money back? Should he get his money back? She should pay him back.
Oh my God, that's a good
because it's
one.
an investment.
All right, guys, we gonna find out in 2019.
All right,
So
yeah. So we're gonna close 2019.
Yeah.
Hey, search Amazon. I have a Black Friday coming up. Black Friday, you're getting half off on all books, signed books. Check out my Instagram, Hewett Vision. Check out Imani Film Director on Instagram. We're gonna close with that.
All that, yeah.
But
tune in first show of 2019. Tune in next Monday. It's gonna be really, really cool. We're gonna have 2 more great topics. Don't forget to subscribe. You know, you're gonna get your answers and great info on relationships. Don't forget to follow us on social media, like Devon said. All that will be in the description. Happy New Year, everyone. Hope 2018 was great. Hope 2019 will be greater. You know, be safe New Year's Day. And remember, we're broadcasting the truth and exposing the lies. We'll see you next year.
And stay away from the romantic propaganda.
Exactly. Stay away from it. In 2019.
In 2019. We'll be back next year, you guys.
All right, peace.
Peace.